And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. That way, when things are uploaded, we can see what the stars are trying to say to you. And also, individual reads are back open. So if you're interested in getting a one-on-one with me, link is on main in the bio. Just message or email me directly, and we can set that up. Yeah. So what are we looking at in this round of reads, Taurus? We are going to be looking at your one-to-ones this month. One-to-one is the style of reading that I do that examines the direct relational dynamic between point A and point B. What's going on between these two parties? So as a caveat to this style of read, two main things. The first, I hesitate to call them love readings because they're not always lovely, right? We don't just talk about the butterflies and all the new and intimate, I like you, you like me kind of feelings. We talk about everything that comes up here. That's the first. The second, they don't always have to be about love, promise. They could be about family, friends, coworkers, or somebody you just met, right? Just trying to understand what's going on between these two parties. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even when it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to purposefully misguide you or mislead you. That's not why I made the channel. That is not why I do this. Trust me. I'm just trying to see when we lay everything out on the table, good or bad, come rain or sunshine, we have a conversation about it. That is what tarot is all about, having that conversation. So follow along with me in your read today, Taurus, your one-to-one for the month of January. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. You're going to be over here, and your person's going to be over here. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Taurus in this read, this one-to-one read today. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Taurus in this read? Almost scratch my nails. The cards that we need to see, please, for Taurus in this read today. On your side, Lovers, card of Gemini. On their side, Page of Pentacles. Well, that's so nice. Okay, so is it immediate rejection? Absolutely not. Out of all the pages, the Page of Pentacles, the one that represents Earth, they're willing to give it a shot. You have a lot of developed feelings for said party. You're trying to express them or trying to get that across. It kind of hit you like a tidal wave. I don't know how fast it was. Hopefully it was a long developed process, but they're hearing you out. What are you trying to say to me? What does that entail? Okay, so be brave. Be brave and be kind to yourself along the way, please. So now that we have two individual parties and what they're trying to feel, let's look at fronts and backs. Fronts being what's being directly communicated, backs what's not being said or left in the unsaid, potentially the unknown, right? Show us the cards that we need to see, please, between Taurus and their person. What is happening here between Taurus and their person in this one-to-one read? So it's cards we need to see, please, between Taurus and their person. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. And what is... Okay. Ten of Wands. I'm going to stop right here before we even get to what they have to say. It took you a very long time to get comfortable with the reality of this situation. Truth is, you really like this person. That Queen of Pentacles coming out on the unsaid. I have had to work so hard on being comfortable with me, with this, with you. And now here's what it is. Here's what I got to offer. Very nervous and also very stressed. I know this means a lot to you, Taurus, but understand, regardless of what's going to get said over there, I'm looking at someone who this unlocked a part of them that made them realize they are not only a worthy of love and worthy of a bigger, better connection, but more so trying to be open to the idea of possibility. I think that's a bigger lesson here. On their end, Okay. Yep. I had a feeling this was happening. Three of Pentacles, the notion of cooperation. And behind the back, the Moon, the card of Pisces. We're trying to go from a friends to lovers kind of situation. The Three of Pentacles, the base level of a cooperative dynamic between you and another, it starts with friendship. However, if that's what's being communicated and you're saying, I know all of this between us, but would you be open to this? That's probably why it's a Page of Pentacles right now, because there's a lot of things they have to sort out with that Moon. The things okay, this is a lot for them, just like it was a lot for you to now finally receive this. What do they do with that? Right? Yeah. And I can't guarantee it will go either or kind of way. But what I can see right now is that this person is really trying to hear you out and see what you're putting down, because for the longest time, you two have just been really good buds, best pals kind of situation. And so the idea of the friends and lovers becomes difficult in the sense of not that the feelings for one party wasn't already true. You've already told me everything I need to know as your reader, Taurus. That's not what I'm saying. On their end, they're really trying to decipher within their own heart, okay, if I'm hearing you correctly and I'm really trying to process things within me, what does that have to say? Okay, so show individual positions, show the cards that we need to see, please, where each party individually stands for Taurus in this read. Four of Cups, okay, a long-built apathy, dissatisfaction. So it finally did come out because, again, there was this conflict of emotionality I'm seeing within you right now, Taurus. Do I tell them? Do I not? And yeah, it is where it is. On their end, Page of Wands. Again, even if small, it still burns bright. They're open to the conversation. Is it a guarantee it'll all be exactly what you wanted? Not really, but does it mean that that person is at least hearing you out and trying to present their best and honest selves? I think that answer is yes. I can't determine where that's going to go, but I can say where you're standing right now, communication was effective. They are listening. Underneath it all, Emperor, the card of Aries. I don't know if you're dealing with Aries or just trying to stand on a decision, but I get the sense, Taurus, you have been keeping to yourself for the longest when it came to what you truly feel in this dynamic. And that's why it's just such a sudden, thing going on with you and this person. And on their end, they're really trying to do that emotional work to catch up with you and say, here's what I truly think and feel. It's not a flat out rejection, but there's just a lot of things that need to get processed because for the longest time, you two were friends. I think that's fair. Okay. So now that we have two parties on the board, 1, 2, 1, both looking at each other, what is held in between? Show us cards that we need to see, please, like bridge of connection. What is held in between and shared between Taurus and the person in this one-to-one read? And down the middle, we see. That's so nice. Okay, let's start. The Fool. And now that we are honest and whatever's going on, let it be a more honest and better beginning between us. Okay, this is the direction we're headed in. Three of Swords, heartbreak and remorse. Okay, let me hold off on that because I think there's a caveat that comes with it. King of Wands, doing the best for where we are and what we have. What is shared in between? Six of Cups, you still hold the highest amount of value to me. What does this actually mean between us? Hierophant, the card of Taurus, the unlocking of the self, bridging on your own path. The difficulty with the friends to lovers kind of situation is almost always time, right? We start off in a certain kind of dynamic. It's been that way for the longest. And because of this, it's very much, an emotional tidal wave that we're pushing from one to the other. in that the communication is solid, but we had a long-standing dynamic. That Six of Cups. Can't imagine life without you, but I can't imagine life in this new framework either. We're trying to make the best in what is due. And now having that, that new beginning, Taurus, you're left to decide. If you do get rejected, because there is an element of heartbreak, and I don't necessarily mean that it's an automatic rejection. What I mean is that there's also this sense on this person's end of, why didn't you tell me this months, if not years ago? Right? So there is that level of uncertainty that's sitting between you two right now of, okay, if you're honest about this, then we need to talk about every other time that we could have had this conversation. And the reality that we're sitting with is, we're going to have a new beginning. What that looks like between us, I don't really know. And both parties are very adamant about that. But we're also happy we're finally been able to be honest, because it set us free. Underneath it all, Wheel of Fortune. Again, time is a built-in factor. Hopefully, with time, things can change for the better. Okay? Next, define the major arcana strewn across the table for Taurus in their one-to-one read. First, we look towards the Lovers. What does this mean to you, Taurus? I think that's a bigger and more prevalent question here. Show the cards that we need to see, please. Define the Lovers, a part of Gemini, for Taurus in this read. We start here. To the Lovers, King of Cups. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. It took you so long to gather the courage to actually do this. You finally went through with it. Pat yourself on the back. It took you a very long time to get here. To be honest in that truth, to be comfortable with that standpoint. I don't want to say that, oh, if this doesn't work out, then it's not worth it for you anymore. No, this was a huge major step for you. Even if it's not with this person, it works out in that kind of way. You will know what it takes for, emotional truth within you to explore that with any person, right? The Moon. What is yet to be discovered within this person? Ten of Cups. Harmony and synchronicity. And so, if it works and if it's meant to be, then what are you asking of me? Okay. So, while they are, taken aback by what's going on here, it's not an automatic rejection. Again, that's why I didn't read that Three of Swords as just pure, disdain, because it wasn't. To the Fool, the Tower. Here, not necessarily bad, because you felt like this would be a make or break moment. You really didn't want to drive this person away. So this Fool is defined by, now that the truth is out in the open, what do we do next? And for you, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups. What does it mean to give the best and truest heart to each other now? Now that we've said it, it cannot be unsaid. Okay? Resolution. Real cards of resolution for Taurus in this read. What is held in a space of resolution for Taurus in this journey today? Interesting, but that didn't hit the table, so I can't take. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Taurus in this read in the space of resolution. First, King of Pentacles. Making the right investments. Now everything will be based around truth and foundation we can build from that. Four of Cups. How do we deal with apathy? How do we deal with disappointment that has been festering and building for the longest? I say that Four of Cups is something that you've been largely sitting with, Taurus, because of the position that came out with within your side of the read today. Underneath it all, High Priestess. All majors in your underneath. The only way that things could change is if we take the action in the real world to do so. What I'm seeing you read today, Taurus, this is definitely a friends and lovers kind of situation, and this person is taken aback, but it isn't an automatic rejection. Right now, we're sitting in the state of very honest truths between you and them, a very honest truth of here's where we are, a very honest truth of what can we do moving forward, a very honest truth of Now that it's all been laid out on the table, what do you think of this? It's not an automatic rejection. Now, that doesn't mean it's an automatic guarantee, although signs do point towards this person really giving deep thought and contemplation towards what you're trying to offer them, right? I think more for you in this dynamic, Taurus, whether it plays out in, everything that you want it to be, or it comes in the form of a rejection. I don't really think that's the point here. What I am seeing is that this level of forthrightness, of direct intentionality and whatnot that you're trying to offer, that is what's spelling out whatever future you're trying to make. Right? You're now finding it your capabilities to be brave enough to admit, this is what I feel and this is what I want. What do you think of that? And I think that's a huge step for you, regardless of who you admit that to. So that's what I see in your read today, Taurus. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, be brave. You don't know what you'll get, but at least from what I'm seeing over here, it's not all bad. See you around, okay? Take care.